one of the big distinctions between sort of beginner magicians and more advanced magicians is a beginner magician wants to make people wonder, wants to mystify them, get them there. A master performer wants to maintain that state. Once you have them wondering, how to keep them wondering. So in today's video, I'm going to do a bunch of things. And they're all focused largely on the idea of kind of building, how to build an effect, how to maintain the wonder. A classic example is ambitious card. With ambitious card, you do the same thing over and over again. It's impossible. It becomes more and more impossible. So on this video, I am going to perform and then teach an effect involving several transformations of playing cards, okay? It builds, it builds, it builds, it builds. And the cool thing is that it really only uses a couple of very basic sleights. And this is a routine, really a structure I'm sharing for the first time ever. Never shared in any books or any of my video projects, just here on YouTube. This is, in that regard, it's a world premiere. I'm going to share this with you. So I'm going to perform it. I'm going to teach it. You're going to like how straightforward and simple it is. And at the very end of the video, I'm also going to demonstrate to you something called my extended version card change. Really visual, really magic. I'm looking forward to sharing that at the very end. I'm also going to be promoting this week's special promotion at sankeymagic.com. Every week I got a promotion. And this week, I'm promoting a sort of a 2-for-1 pack. And one involves, I think, probably the strongest, most commercial prediction effect I've ever created. And it builds beautifully. It's got 3 phases, builds really, really beautifully, okay? And then the other part of that, sort of the free bonus with that, I'm gonna give a couple of free bonuses actually, is my Kaleidoscope project, which from the moment I launched it has been one of my best sellers as well. A whole bunch of things on there. Together, both of them are a $70 value, but this week, while supplies last, you can get both for half price, $34.95. You can get both. So in just a moment, I'm going to perform this really shocking card effect for you. But first, I want you to have a quick peek at the preview for this truly, I think, reputation-making, mind-blowing prediction, okay? This is undeniable.
You can't force people to believe in the impossible, but some tricks push the limits so clearly. The impossibility is undeniable. You start by giving someone an envelope to hold on to. Then you spread out a deck of cards and ask them to touch anyone they want. Next, you place 4 invisible magic markers on the table: red, black, green, and blue. And ask the spectator to pick up anyone they want. And finally, you ask the spectator to pretend to draw on the face of their selected card a circle, a heart, triangle, or square. Then you take back the exact same envelope the spectator held from the very beginning, and you announce that inside the envelope is a playing card you took from another deck of cards. And on the face of the card, you drew a simple geometric shape with a colored magic marker. And when you remove the only card inside the envelope, everybody goes absolutely crazy because you correctly predicted the card they chose, the marker they chose, and even the shape they chose. With Undeniable, the spectator has 100% free choice of the card, 100% free choice of the color, and 100% free choice of the shape. There's also no nail writers, impression gimmicks, palming, or difficult sleight of hand. And the envelope the spectator holds from the very beginning is the exact same envelope you open at the end. And there really is only one card inside the envelope. And you can even give away the envelope and your prediction as a souvenir. This is undeniable.
Okay, now for this really sweet routine that builds nicely, lots of transformations. You start by giving the cards a mix-up. Always a nice start. say to someone, you spread out the cards, say go ahead, grab one, and they have 100% free choice. Let's say they grab what we got here. 3 spades, okay? They don't show it to you, they show it to their friends. The cards put back in the middle, they can choose where they want to put back in the middle of the deck. You say, okay, you could have taken any card. I'm going to try to find, actually, somewhere in the pack, I'm going to try to find your card, but first I'm going to give it a mix-up, see if I can cut it. However, one proviso. I want 4 chances. I want 4 different tries to try to cut to the one card you have in mind. They agree. Here we go. Mixing up the cards here. First chance here, I'm thinking maybe right there. Opportunity number 1, what do I got here? 6 of hearts, was that it? They say no. You go, okay, fine. First miss. Let me try it again. Here we go. I'm gonna cut the cards somewhere in the middle. I think right, maybe there. Second shot here. Remember I asked for 4 different shots. We've got 8 of diamonds. They say no. Drama's building. People are starting to wonder, is there any way you're gonna do this? Third try here, right here like this. Cutting the pack like that. I'm hoping third try right here is 2 hearts. They go no. First 3 tries did not work out. You say, okay, well look, mix up the cards again. Instead of trying to cut your card to the top of the deck, I'm gonna try to cut it right now to the bottom of the pack. Maybe have them name the card out loud and they find, finally, the magician got it right. Nice drama and lots of missing building to this. Well, look, try to make it up. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna do a little magic here. I'm gonna take your card and just change it into a king. And actually, this looks like a playing card, but it's a magic wand. I'll prove it to you. Look, point to one of the other cards. Doesn't matter which one. They point to this one. You go, look, just a tap there. And this one has changed to a king. In fact, I can take both of these kings now, scoop up the other cards, and just push them through my fists. And look. Now, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 kings. So as I said, and I think you'll agree, a very sweet and magical routine. Okay, no gimmicks, not a whole lot of setup. Nice dramatic build at because you keep missing it, then you find it, and all of a sudden you're diving now into one change, another change, lots of transformations, lots of magic. So it's a great way to really build tension and then keep the magic going, which is what this whole video is about. I'm going to explain the secrets to that in just a second. It's just a couple of really simple moves. If you're familiar with the moves, though, I think you're going to find my explanation still have a lot of value to offer, some of the psychology behind it. So definitely stay on board for that. I'm going to explain it all in just a second. But first, I'm going to take a look at and share with you the second piece to this week's 2-for-1 offer at SankeyMagic.com, another exclusive there. And that is my Kaleidoscope project. So you're basically getting 2 for 1, 2 products for 1. So this is basically a free gift, a $35 free gift. It is a 3-hour download. So much magic with a real nice variety of objects, okay? This is my 23 effects in this whole pack altogether. This is Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope is one of the best-selling projects I've ever produced. And I think one of the reasons is because the effects look less like traditional magic tricks and more like surreal visions from a dream. With Numb, you'll learn how to stab a sugar packet with a pencil and then immediately heal the sugar packet. It's not only really easy to perform, but I've developed a handling that flows very naturally. I've created dozens of effects with dollar bills, but with Marrow, when the borrowed bill vanishes and then slowly appears from inside a paper-wrapped straw, the imagery is especially pretty and impossible. On the project, there's also some outstanding magic and mentalism with playing cards. Walking Wounded is an exceptional 2-card transposition, and despite a small piece torn out of one of the cards, they still change places under test conditions. I've inspired some insane reactions with Super Cool. It's very hard to beat a trick where the selected card appears inside the card case in a block of ice. And Transfixed is a torn and restored routine with a really commercial presentational hook involving an empty roll of tape, but I call it invisible tape. I've amazed a lot of people and had a lot of fun with it over the years. Kaleidoscope is also one of the very few projects I've ever produced that features bonus tricks, alternate handlings, and multiple performances, including Search and Destroy, Smoked, Connected, Icebreaker, and more. I really feel that Kaleidoscope is one of my most original and creative collections of deceptions, and I'm thrilled that so many magicians around the planet have added some of these tricks to their own shows.
Now is the time to dive in and explain some of the basic sleights and the psychology, the structuring of this really sweet effect. Oh, and don't forget, at the very end of this video, I'm also going to share with you a quick clip showing a performance of my extended version card transformation. It's a very sweet, almost hypnotic transformation. I'm going to share that at the end. But right now, here we go. Okay, the setup for this, you need to have all 4 kings, okay, on the bottom of the deck. All 4 kings are on the bottom of the deck. That's step 1, all right? What that means, though, and by having them on the bottom, what's nice is I can just do the Hindu shuffle, which I'm sure you already know, and in case you don't, I am just pulling cards, not from the bottom. I'm basically pulling cards from the middle of the deck, okay, from somewhere in the middle, pulling them out, and then grabbing them with thumb and fingers and feeding them off. Just the thumb and the second finger and the thumb is grabbing here like this and pulling them off, okay? Little bit of practice. At first it'll feel weird, but what's nice about that is it looks so casual, no table required. It looks like just such a casual way. You're clearly randomly mixing up the cards, okay? But you're not disturbing the kings on the bottom. So that's the first step. Second step is to have a card selected, and you need to control the card actually to a position between 3 kings selection and the bottom king. So you want to control the selection here between above the bottom 3 and below number 4. That's what you need to do. And this is really the most direct way to do it that I know, is to have a card selected. They can grab any card, which is nice, show it to their friends, which is great. Then the card, actually for the sake of explaining, let's go with a spot card, sure, 3. Okay. Then they put the card back in. Now I want it to look like their selection clearly is going back in among the middle cards, right? Squaring up the cards and everything's good. But what I've done is I controlled the card, in that case, to the bottom. I'm culling, and this is not difficult, all right? It's a little bit of practice. The card is put back, okay, here. I'm going to make sure the card is aligned with the card directly above it. Okay? Then my left thumb is going to rest not on the selection, but the card above the selection, so that my right fingers can now just pull to the right. This is all happening below. I'm tipping the cards down towards the floor, okay, to the right, and then I'm pushing to the left, and that way I can control the card to the bottom of the deck. Or, instead I can control it to the bottom of the deck. Let's go with what I'm going to use here, 2 of clubs. If what I do is I square it up, okay, and now I've stolen the card to the right, there it goes, pushing all these other cards into the space. It's sitting here now. If I just continue to spread the cards down here, I can feel with my fingers, it's not hard, I can get a break between the 3 kings and the 4th king, and feel it with my fingers and push everything flush, right? So that gets my selection to where I want it to be, which is between the 3 kings and the 1 king. My first try is this. I'm going to take a king, I'm going to, riffle at the back with my thumb, get a break, just a little break, above the bottom card. Okay, it's the first king. So I riffle with the thumb, little pinky takes the break. Now I'm going to double cut, and what that means, all I'm going to do is kick off about half the deck, a third of the deck, kick it off, take it on the bottom here, okay, and then cut to that break, cutting it to the top of the deck. What that does is it brings a king to the top on top of an indifferent card up here. Okay? Now, I can either do a strike double, coming over here, grabbing 2 and turning over, doing a double lift, right? This is handling 2 cards as one, but a strike double does take a lot of practice. Instead, what I can say is, I think maybe I've cut to your card, and I take it off. As I'm taking it off, all I do is push off with my left thumb and pull back. Just by pushing off and pulling back, I get a break under the first card, okay? That means I get a get ready, okay? I don't have to do a strike double. I can push this off, bring this back, and I've already got the break I need to say, was that the card? And they go, no. I go, okay. Well, I said I wanted 4 tries. Drop that off. King number 1's going down. Now, I'm going to, with my left thumb, casually pull the top card off. Just slip cut it, get rid of it, and then repeat the first phase. Nice repetition we've been talking about, which is get a break above the bottom card, a king, cut it to the top, and either do whatever kind of double lift you like. I get the second double lift. Was that the card? No. Another king goes down. Okay, 2 kings. Slip cut, get rid of that. Third time, exact same behavior, cutting the king to the top of the deck, trying to find the card, another double lift, in this case it's strike double, showing boom, was that your card? I go, not, wasn't, this wasn't, that wasn't. Okay, well look, I'm done messing around. I'm gonna try to cut your card. Instead of, since the top hasn't been working for us, doing more of this casual Hindu just to keep the whole thing flowing, I'm gonna try to cut your card to the bottom. Now it's already there, right? So this time, if I wanna, I can just gonna do a false cut, whatever false cut. I'm just gonna do a kick cut. That's what we've been doing. Keep a break between the two with the pinky, right? And then double undercut in 2 pieces, number 1 and number 2, to the top and say, there, I think I finally cut your card. Name your card. For the first time, this is really focusing everybody, building the drama. They name the card, they say it was the 8 of hearts, you go, boom, I nailed it. Now that's not a bad trick. You found their card, took you a while, you got the, not a bad trick. But now the magic really kicks into overdrive, because now that you've got them going like a small wow, you want to get to a bigger and bigger wows. Build that thing, right? So you're here like this, and I'm going to change this. There's lots of different ways you can do this, okay? You could choose to do a necktie second deal. Just wave it and change it. I mean, that looks really nice, and all I'm doing there is bringing it up, sort of bringing it up like this, pushing this. Is not a fancy second deal. It's a very sloppy, it's casual, okay? But up like this, taking the card off, the one below it, it's just like this. It takes a second, okay? Give it a wave, make sure there's a time lapse away from the deck, and then boom, right in someone's face. A nice change. But in performance, what I did was the Erdnase Houdini change, which I really like, and you guys know I use a lot, where they see the 8 of hearts and it's just a wave and it changes. So pretty. And make sure this video is complete. I'm coming over, I push the card forward a little bit with the pads of my fingers here. Just push it forward a little bit, okay? Then with the heel of my right hand, I'm gonna slide it back, okay? Move it forward and square it with the first finger, okay? I know a lot of my students here on the channel very familiar with this. I won't do a deep dive on it. But what a change, okay? Come over, take this off. When you take this off, you don't want to expose this, okay? So you want to make sure you kind of grab this by the single card with the edge and roll the card down, roll the deck, roll the hand away and down. Maybe this goes to your pocket or off to the side. You've done this beautiful change. See, actually, this isn't a playing card, it's a magic wand. And look, you got all these surprises waiting for you. You've gone from finding the selection card to one startling change. They can choose any one. This idea of choose one, this equivocate, this choice lends a nice, as it brings a real sense of magic, I think. Choose one. Which one? This one here, boom. They're not already thinking they're all kings. Don't get ahead of yourself, okay? Boom, you change that one. You could end right there. That's really pretty. But instead, then this little thing I cooked up years ago, I'm sharing it for the first time here on the channel, which is this really nice two-handed, like how to build the most drama from that and that, right? Now you could, of course, simply take them, slip them in here, right? And give them to a spectator to hold in his or her hands and say, give them a good push, and now they're all kings. Okay, a little sloppy, but it happened in their hands, which is nice. If you want something a little bit more Las Vegas style, a little more elegant, use what I'm using here, which is you show these two front and back, get a little bit of scoop action under here, right? Separate these two, lay them on your palm in nice drama, like you're about to do a holy act, something trembling and exciting. Then you're gonna push them through, you're gonna turn over and with your thumbs, just push them through, and you can push them onto spectators' hands in a bar or whatever, or onto the table like that, and then you have this nice boom. And if you've got people around you looking down, you're good here. But if people are standing up and kind of you're performing for 10 or 15 people, you want to make sure now you hold everything up. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Speaking of card transformations that are really visual and cool, I promised all along I would share with you a short clip demonstrating my extended version transformation, okay? Here it is. I'm going to go through the cards, have you say stop anytime. They see a card. To keep the card in mind. Very important to remember the details that will impact what we're about to do. The Joker is going to find your card. Think of your card. Watch the Joker and think of your card. And just like that, the Joker transforms into the card the spectator was merely thinking of. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget about the special deal going on right now at Sankey Magic. Now, that extended version transformation I just shared with you is one of two very cool transformation card changes, okay, I share on the Kaleidoscope project. Most of the stuff on that project does not need any gimmicks, but these two do. And I'm going to include the gimmicks for free as an extra bonus on a bonus with this week's offer. So it's total $70 value. You get the 3-hour Kaleidoscope download, okay, with 23 different effects on there, as you can tell by the preview. It's super eclectic. Rave reviews from Danny Garcia, from people all over the planet, including Joshua J. Rave review on that project. So you're going to get that as a free bonus, along with Undeniable, this 3-phase impossible prediction effect that's super easy to do, okay? So you're getting a bunch of gimmicks, you're getting a bunch of tricks at a very, very good price, okay? Don't miss your chance. Click the link. Thank you so much.